Hello guys, welcome to the Real TBT channel. So this is a channel where we review TBT stuff. Anything and everything that is old enough and qualifies to be a TBT will be featured on this channel. So for the TBT family, welcome back, and if you are new, don't forget to subscribe and join the TBT family. So today I'm very excited because I'm going to be reviewing something that I enjoyed reading back in the childhood days, and this is New Friends. So this is a course book for standard 3. In standard 1 we had Hello Children, in standard 2 we had Read With Us, and now we have New Friends. So join me as we review the book and see what was in it after the intro. So when you first open the book, of course we have the table of contents here, and then we have stories like On the Shamba, Who Dug the Hole, By the Lake, The Lost Ring, The Tea Estate, and so on and so forth. So there we have like sort of an introduction. They're saying here's another book for you to read. In this book you read, you meet some old friends. You know this man, I guess that's Mr. Kamau. You know this woman, Mrs. Kamau. You know these girls. You know these boys. Yes, and then also there down they're saying you're going to meet some new people in this book. Yeah, there's a doctor there, there's a nurse, and some other guys there. Yes. So that's an introduction. Story number 1, we had On the Shamba. Tom, Mary and Peter, they have joined their mother and they are working on their shamba. Later they enjoy lunch under a shade. And there we have some few simple exercises which are found on the book. For example, you have a table there that you're supposed to fill. Story number 2, we have Who Dug the Hole. Tom and Mary, they are surprised upon finding a hole on their shamba. At night they push the bed near window to keep watch, but they fall asleep. This continues until one day they found out that it was just a dog who was digging the hole to hide a bone. Next story we had By the Lake. So here we had Ben's father, who is a fisherman. Ben wants to join him in fishing, but he's too young. Instead, he is given smaller roles such as sorting out fish and mending a fishing net that was broken. The next story we had The Lost Ring. So Ben's mother loses a ring while she was washing clothes by the lakeside. Ben and his brother, they try to search for it, but in vain. Later they were fishing using baskets. They caught a few fish. They cut the fish open in order to dry them, and shockingly they find their mother's ring in the belly of one of the fish. Next story we had The Tea Estate. So there we had two young girls. They are picking tea alongside other big girls. They later join their uncle and they observe how the tea gardens were being taken care of. Next story we had The Birds. Tom and Mary, they are at their aunt's house. Their aunt is called Betty. They observe birds on a tree. They are excited on how the birds make nests, and they pick up one of the old nests and they promise to take it to their friends in school. The next story in the town. So here we had Tom and Mary. Their uncle took them to town on his lorry. Later he went about his business and was to pick them later in the afternoon. They met a new friend by the name Juma who resides in town. He offered to take them around town for a tour, and I guess that's where we get the book's theme. It is somehow based on this story. Next we had Juma and the book. Juma is helping his father to run the shop. A man comes in to buy items but is in a hurry, so he forgets a big book on the counter, and also he forgets his change. Later his wife passes by at the shop and Juma hands over the forgotten items to her. The man was very happy by this act and he awards Juma with a present of a small book titled The Book of Wild Animals. because of Juma's honesty. Next story we had in the playground. James and his friends, they are playing at the playground. He hurt himself in an accident. The headmaster instructs a big boy to take James to hospital. Next we have the health center. So James arrives at the health center and he interacts with a few patients at the waiting room. He is kind enough to give sweets to a baby who was crying after taking bitter medicine. Later, James got his medicine dose. Next, we had the letter. Mr. Kamau receives a letter from his brother who lives in Mombasa. He is inviting Mr. Kamau's family to pay them a visit there in Mombasa. The family is very, very excited upon hearing the news. Next, we have another letter. Mr. Kamau writes a letter to his brother informing him that they will be honoring the invitation and they shall join them soon. Next, we have the train journey. Mr. Kamau and his family finally they board a train to Mombasa. They are very excited by the wonderful scenery along the way. Next, we had at the seaside. Tom, Mary, and Peter they join their cousins in Mombasa. And as you can see there, they're having fun at the ocean where they are swimming, and they also try to catch a few fish. Considering this is the last story for them to appear, indeed, it is a happy ending for them, for the fact that they were enjoying themselves at the ocean in Mombasa. Finally, the last story we had the game park. Here we have some tourists who are paying a visit at the game park, and they're having a good time there. Actually, none of Mr. Kamau's family features here in this story, so I guess the readers are being prepared to have stories in future without Mr. Kamau's family characters being present in the stories. And then now finally there we have a very strong parting shot, and it says, "Goodbye boys and girls, this is where your book ends." This is like a series, yeah? Then you follow a series, like a movie series, yeah, from beginning to the end. So from there they had, I think, the book, the English of adventure in class 4. So we have come to the end of our review. This time, very, very, very nice book. Yeah, so thank you for sticking around. So like this video, and you can also share, you can also comment, and subscribe if not done. Yeah, so till next time, take care.